Happy Friday, everybody. How's it going? Hi. It's been a little bit more than a month since I've read. Since I've done a stream. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. I have perfectly good reasons as to why I did not stream the last couple of of the last couple Omniscient Reader streams. I have a good reason. My reason is that I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. All right. Hey, everybody. Shuffle this way. Think we're good? All right, cool. I think that works. Yeah, I didn't. I can raise this a little bit more. What's up, Stanley? Yeah, we have a bunch to read now. I did not do it on purpose. It was, I think I missed 1 week because I got caught up at work and I was only going to be able to get out and I didn't feel like streaming all night on a Friday anyways. I think I was going to do something. It was that. So that happened that first week. No, this is exactly what happened. I was told that I could hold off and let a week build up so I don't have to read one and just be like left with a short chapter and nothing really happening. So that's what I did. I did that, and then the next week was my birthday weekend, and that Friday I was going out. I didn't have time, and I said, you know what? I'll wait until next week. And then what happened the next 2 weeks following that? So it's 1 week, then my birthday, and then the 2 weeks following that was the ending of Summertime Rendering, and I was so excited for those last two episodes. I literally would just come home, set up the Summertime Rendering stuff, just fully locked in, and then the Summertime Rendering stream would end. I'd like move on with my life, and then like middle of the night be like, oh my goodness, I forgot to do Omniscient Reader. I did that 1 week, and then the following week I did it again. I finished the Summertime Rendering stream, and I'm like upstairs doing stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know what? I'll do it on Saturday. And then Saturday ended up being way too crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do like, nothing's planned on Fridays anymore as far as like trying to like react to things. So I figured I would spend the following week just doing a big reading catch up. And that's what this week is. So that's exactly what happened. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do it. I did not do it on purpose. Did it on purpose for 1 week, but I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't neglecting it because I wasn't liking it or I dropped it or anything like that. It was just like life happens. So we have, I think, five chapters to read. We got like 5 chapters to read. I think we got 115, 116, 117, 118, and 119. Yeah, we got 5 chapters to read. So this is 114. I want to say this is the last chapter we read. I pretty much remember exactly where we were at, like our meeting. I haven't gone through this chapter at all. But we went to the underworld because we're still doing our stuff with was trying to bring Yusung. Yes. The Beast Lord. We're trying to bring her back. We made 3 wishes to her. We know of 2. Yeah, we know of 2. We'll beat up on Paul. We'll try to bring her back to life. And then there's something else that we don't know about. But we're going to the underworld. We met Namwoon. And then we progress past that. We now have a meeting with Persephone, right? We have a meeting with Persephone. And Persephone's like really messing with him. And I remember last time we were here, I made like a big deal about how like 4th wall is in like full force. That's the first time we've ever seen this activated, and even Dokja mentions it. I wasn't even looking at that. So that means like, and it's I know you guys are telling me how like the constellations, they can't like be like have their physical form, their actual form on the earth or on like interacting with real people because it'd be too much for them to handle. So the fact that it's like this avatar or this vessel, whatever Persephone is choosing to present herself to Dokja, is even like forcing 4th wall to just like fully go full throttle. It's a really cool moment. We went from the old lady that died on the train, and at the end of the episode ended up changing in the Sangha. So yeah, we got all that out the way. Let's move on to 115. Man, it's literally been a month. It's freaking crazy. 115. All right. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh gosh, I got a message. Hold on. That's actually Persephone in the room. Okay, she's actually okay, because we're not okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That's actually her in the room. She just can't let him see her true form, or crispy docha. Gotcha. That makes this even crazier. I like that. I think that's really cool. Hold on. All right, cool. And scene. All right, here we go. I haven't read anything, and I legit haven't read anything well, no, we do My Hero, but My Hero, what's up? Hey, Madman, what's going on? Guess just something more comfortable. since there's cameras in our dining room. We read My Hero, but My Hero's not as, I feel like it's not as dense because it's a manga, like, than these, like, webtoons, these manhwa, that have a lot of dialogue in them, and the chapters are super long. All right. Oh, man. Here we go. You know what? Hold on. Bit. I don't know if I have anything that fits this scene. I wish copyright wasn't a thing. I do. Whatever. Make it work. Here we go. The old lady is fine. Did she have to turn into Sangha wearing that? Since we don't have much time, let's get right down to business. What about the king of the underworld? Excuse me. I don't ever buy these stupid things. I don't know why I bought one. What about the king of the underworld? Damn it, I guess she's not changing back, still flushing. The king is displeased with your sudden visit, so I think it'd be better if you just talk to me today. Well, there's no way one of the major three gods of Olympus would talk to some incarnation. I guess this will have to do. Dionysus told me the gist of it, but it wouldn't hurt to hear what you want in your own words. And Dionysus might have put a spin on it. I want to retrieve someone's soul. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm ready to make a deal. A soul. This reminds me of the past. Man, I ain't eat yet. Souls don't exist in this world. That would make Plato and Aristotle turn in their graves. How can a god say something like that? Those two wouldn't be in their graves as they became constellations. That's funny. Hades and Persephone probably have the best relationship out of all the Greek gods. And it started off with that. Yes. They're all complicated. I'm not here to exchange jokes. Neither am I. Incarnation Dokja Kim. There is no such thing as a soul. That is just an illusion created by a man who so desperately want to believe in. Oh, I put an A in there. Stupid me. That is just an illusion created by man who so desperately want to believe in their continued existence. Then what about the people of the underworld? Are they not souls? They are like this. This is premium beef. Why don't you try some? No. All right. This is premium beef. Why don't you try some? No. Are you going to decline my offer? Yes, I'm sorry, but I must. I'm sure it's delicious. TWSA describes how delicious it is over 12 pages. But at the very end, until his current round ended, Jung-Yuk had regretted having eaten the food. Really? Whoever eats the food of the underworld can never go back to the world of the living. Life in the underworld isn't as bad as you think. So what do you mean by this? How the hell did he had to die down here? Let me continue. You can visit the living realm freely as long as you have the permission of the king. If I just kept reading, I'd have my answer. It would be like being in a private military. But the time I served in the military was the worst I could ever ask for. Really? But the men in your country always say, maybe I should have just stayed in the army. So I thought it wasn't a big deal. I must have been mistaken. How does a goddess of a foreign country know so much about Korean men? You'll be treated better than you could ever imagine. The executive officer who wanted me to become a sergeant said something like that too. I bet he didn't offer you a steak, did he? What's up, Gumberry? 12 pages is crazy. To talk about a steak is nuts. It's stuff like that where I could see people on like a Reddit forum going crazy over the fact that we spent 12 pages talking about a steak and how delicious it was. You'd have some people supporting it and then others being like, nah, it's trash, blah, blah, blah. But at this time, there wasn't that. Probably, this is chapter 22. By chapter 100, everyone basically stopped reading, right? If I remember correctly. So this was probably one of the moments in the series that people were just like, I'm done. This was probably one of the moments. I guarantee you this 12-page soliloquy about a steak. Someone started reading this, got to the end, was like, I'm done with this. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Lotus. It's like you start hearing about stuff like this. It's just like, yeah, I totally see why. True, they dropped it after seeing. Yeah. Oh, secretive plotter. Oh goodness, you didn't miss much. I'm still on 115. And that was only chapter 22 out of 3,000 plus. That's nuts. That's crazy. For example, that steak you have before you will immediately make you a sword master. But you can only become a sword master after years and years of arduous training in other dimensions. Excuse me. And that pasta will make you an archmage. Did I say that right? Archmage? Who can reign over the continents. The soup, it'll make you a triple S grade, triple S. Can I say triple S? SSS grade hunter? Triple S grade hunter. I'll say that. I'm going to make it easier on myself. Are you still going to not eat them? If I take a bite of this steak, I'll become even more powerful than Jung-Yuk in an instant. What am I looking at? Oh, okay. I know. I get it. I get it. I was like, what am I looking at? I understand. I cannot be weak. I must master the sword. I will work harder and harder to become stronger. I did it. I've done it. He slammed it. Is this? Yes. This little piece of meat is what humans believe to be their soul. It must be the memories of someone who used to be a sword master. Memories? No. To be precise, it's their story. This is such an... This is the second time where I'm sitting here just a little baffled at something I don't think I've ever thought of that this series has introduced. That Sung Jin cameo is kind of crazy. That's something I have to catch back up on too. I still haven't read past season 1. Not because I didn't like it, just because I kind of forgot. But just this is another thing. Me personally, the meat in these foods, different dishes being described the way they are and what they can do, I don't think I've ever experienced. It's like it's another one of these things where it's just like I want to sit and talk with the creators. I want to literally just sit and have a conversation with them. I would love to. Like, how did you come up with this? Like, what was the process of coming up with this? This is new to me. Heard of the concept before. Can't remember where. I think it's on Mesoamerican type deal. Gotcha. Okay. Got you. Constellation, do you like to consume content? Yeah. This is, for me, it's the second time where I'm just sitting there just like baffled. So as I'm not like really like emoting that much, as I'm trying to understand. I'm trying. All right. It's the dish that the constellations love the most. Those who devour stories and are story fanatics. This is the true nature of the beings you call constellations. Death is like an ending to a story. Just as a slaughtered cow cannot be revived, dead people cannot come back to life. Because their story has ended. But I know there are exceptions. It's all lies. There are no exceptions. Can you swear on the sticks? Ooh. Oh. Oh. All right. Tinfoil hat theory. This is all one big game farm for the constellations. They let their incarnations become crazy powerful and eat them. Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they're building up their yeah, that's good. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. If she's not lying, right? If she's not lying, that's a really good theory. If she's not lying, that's a really good theory. I don't think she is. Love the way that I'm not sure their souls are stories. That people are made up of their history and stories that gathered throughout their lifetime. Saying cool. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The Greek gods swear on the sticks when they make a vow. Even Zeus is not exempt from this rule. The soul you refer to is just a miserable pile of stories. Yes, and that pile of stories is what I want. Whoever looks back in the underworld is bound to regret it. You need to learn to cope with something that's already passed by. She's not making that vow though. reference, the reason Dionysus' mother in the one version could force Zeus to show her his true form is because he swore on the sticks to do something for her beforehand. Yeah, huh, Lotus? Yeah. So she's going to keep denying it. My queen. Time doesn't just move forward. I thought you'd know that. Eee. She's like releasing her spiritual pressure. Like, one thing I'm sitting here I'm thinking, right? If she really just wants to be done with Dokcha, and if he keeps provoking her, what's stopping her from just showing her true form and just getting rid of him? Like, would she get in trouble? Would there be any repercussion? I'm pretty sure she'd probably have to, like, I don't even know what would be the ramifications of this. But like why this is where Dokcha's in his own brain. He's like, I keep provoking the constellations. I don't want to keep doing that, right? I don't want to keep doing that. But you're literally looking a constellation in the face, provoking. It's like at any point, I feel like she, it's just like she could be like, I'm done with this. You pissed me off. Bye. Be done. Become a meal on my table. It feels like it, and he hasn't been alive long, so it probably wouldn't even be a good dish. Who knows? Who knows? And one version of the myth, Dionysus was late to join the Greek pantheon because he was chilling in India partying. Wow. I mean, Dokcha is a potentially very valuable incarnation. It'd be a waste to kill him now. That's true as well. All right, look, I can feel a chill running all the way through my soul. How can she deny the existence of souls when I can feel it? Laughing. This is fun. You really are a singularity, as the children of Olympus told me. It's a singularity. Ooh. Look at the eyes. Let me scroll up to the last color. Those are just Sanga's eyes. I feel like this feels like she's using her eyes to look at him. That feels like these are Persephone's eyes that she's using to look at him. That's what it feels like. Her smile has changed. I could end up dying now if I make the slightest mistake. That's not all I know. I have seen the Titan soldiers that are being built in Tartarus. If you agree to make a deal with me, I could have them built much. I'm not interested. I just think how many times Dokcha would have had a major panic attacks if it weren't for the 4-5. He might have had a heart attack by now. Who knows? It's true that Gigantomachia is important. I like saying Gagan, but it's Gigantomachia. It's true that Gigantomachia is important, but we'll have no problems completing the Titan soldiers in time. Damn it. I thought this would definitely work. But there's one thing I want. This is a pretty long chapter, I might add, or maybe I'm just going slow. But there's one thing I want. If you tell me how you know all of that. Ew. I can't do that. To be honest, I don't even think I can explain it properly. Just as I thought. Hey, I want to show me. Why you keeping stuff away from me? We're supposed to keep stuff away from everybody else. Hey, come on now. So we're saying this is an individual's name, or this is something, Right? Something is, and it makes him perk the hell up. Constellation, prisoner of the golden headed man, cannot believe what they are hearing. Constellation of demonic judge of fire is surprised. Constellation, scribe of heaven, criticizes the queen's indiscretion. Constellation, secretive plotter, begins to ponder. Why don't you be quiet since you're all guests here? What did I just hear? All right. What did you just say? Oh, it's nothing. Although I can't pronounce it, what she just said was filtered to me. All information that is pertinent to an unknown scenario is filtered, but that doesn't apply to those who already have that information. And because he's read the novel, he knows. What is going on? Oh, no. That's right. Hold on. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Right? No, it's like he didn't hear it. Or it got filtered to him. Oh, man. This is a moment where the fourth wall usually would be shaking, right? Right? Isn't this a moment where the fourth wall would be going haywire? Because this like harkens back to that moment where whatever arc we were in during with the different what were they called that Su Young was a part of, that she was like the head of, all the people that were under her, the apostles, was that their names? When they were early readers, but as we kept going further, one by one, they started to become a part of the story. The prophets, there we go. Apostles, close. I'm sorry, I was close, but yeah, the prophets. So like one by one, they started to become a part of the story. This is like similar to this, where it's just like, this is the first time, or the renouncer. Yeah, it's one of them. It's in that area of the story. But this is the first time we've ever had a moment where we haven't reached that part yet, but this is like a little bit more of these, and we could end up slipping, and this could just be a wrap, and Doksha could just become a part of the plot. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I would be flipping out. I would be flipping out like, what the hell? Yeah, when the renouncers became characters, yeah. I would be like, what the hell? I've never heard of that. I'm the only person that read this whole thing. This goes back to, I remember saying in like the first 10 chapters. If you go back to go to that book club episode, it was either the first 10 or the first 20, where I was like, why are you changing the story so early? And granted, Jung Yak has probably gone through so many different regressions that you could touch almost every different situation. Why would you try to deviate so fast, right? Why would you try to deviate so early? You can end up creating something that's never been touched. All right. All information that is pertinent to an unknown scenario is filtered, but that doesn't apply to those who already have the information. What is going on? There's still information I don't know. When I've read TWSA in its entirety, existential crisis, that's a hell of a chapter to leave off on. Even Tolkien never told us everything about every character backstory after all. That is true, man. That is true. Omniscient reader has just been demoted to a reader. The reader who didn't read the side novel. He missed the one side novel and it happened to be the most important information. All right. Here we go. Let's continue. Hold on. Let me do this. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's catch back up. Part 9. Or maybe it's... I'm sorry to say, but my hospitality ends here. The underworld has no reason to make a deal with you. We have other means of obtaining the information you have. I've been holding myself back, but you look rather appetizing. He hasn't been able to, she looks like a fiend. He hasn't been able to move or nothing. It's a great panel, by the way. That's a great panel too, by the way. What about the consequences you'll have to deal with from harming an incarnation who's partaking in a scenario? Okay, there are ramifications. Gosh, you really must not know what you're up against. Do you really think I wouldn't be able to handle the aftermath of breaking something like the rule of plausibility? And the constellations who are watching me won't let you do that. And what makes you think that the king of the underworld would fear such insignificant beings? Ding, 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 ding. The prisoner of the golden headband firmly grasps his staff in a taunting motion. The minor judge of fire unsheathes their mighty sword with a cold gaze. Secretive plotters egging everyone on excitedly. I see. So you want to taste the might of the underworld. That's a fire panel. Oh man, I gotta save this. If we didn't have six chapters to read, this would make the thumbnail. That's such a dope panel. Dope, just protection squad. Look at the hands. The might of the underworld. Goodness gracious. Do we call this a thigh-high dress anymore? Like, this slit goes all the way up to her waist. What do we call that? What do you call that? Like, what do we call that? I wanted to say it right here. The art of this series is very distinct. But this panel and this panel, they don't feel like other panels we've seen. I'd never even seen dresses like that. You gave me a name. Hold on. Field trip. All right. These slits aren't that high that I'm looking at right here, though. Oh, wait. Nah, this one's not that high either. This one's pretty high, though. Let me keep looking. Sheesh. Goodness. That's like the middle of the thigh. Like, this right here. Look at where it's at. This is her crotch. Do they go? I'm actually on Google Images searching. Oh, this one's pretty high. This one's pretty high. I'm looking at one that's pretty high. Still not as high as that, but this one's pretty high. This is like, it's almost there. It's almost there. See, this one's like a hoochie one though. This one is made to look like a harlot's wearing it. Like what Sangha is wearing doesn't look like, well, a high class harlot, but no, I found one. I found one. It's kind of it's tied up on the side, but it's all the way up here. I found one, but it's got like, it's like tied up a little bit. There's like the short ones that like people that aren't from Asia are wearing, and I'm like, you guys are wearing it for the hoochiness of it. You're hooching it out, if that's a word. But I definitely found one. All right, field trip over. My bad. All right. The might of the underworld. Well, look, Secretive Plotter is here. Alvaro. I didn't say hi, Alvaro. Crap, I'm gonna get caught up in the middle if I don't do something. You said you like stories. Then how about this for a deal? Secretive Plotter is like, what are you about to say? If you help me, I'll show you the most entertaining story in the world. A story to make that steak you had look like junk food in comparison. Are you saying that you'll let me eat you? Is there a chance that he can't, because the last time anyone has ever tried to look at his phone, he could be talking about something completely different. But the last time someone tried to look at his phone, it was just blank to them. Do you think it will be blank? Do you think his phone would be blank to a constellation too? Or is a constellation powerful enough and strong enough that they'll be able to see it or something like that? Who knows? All right. Are you saying that you'll let me eat you? Well, with a palate like yours, I don't think you need another meal just yet. And I'm sure you're full right now, too. Look at that grin. So you're going to get what you want without even letting me sample the delicacy? I'll let you. But if you devour me now, you will live out the rest of your life in regret. Can you imagine? Can you imagine talking like that to a console? That's crazy. He's popping off. All right, let me shut up. I'm messing up his speech. Hold on. I'll let you. But if you devour me now, you will live out the rest of your life in regret. And the realization that you might have had the chance to dine on an even finer delicacy if you had held yourself back then. And how are you so sure about that? I can oppose the beings beyond the limits of time without a supporting constellation. I've defeated the returnees without the help of the gods of the other dimensions. And I've also stopped the catastrophes that descended upon our world. And all of this happened over just 5 scenarios. And even now, I am here in the underworld as a living spirit speaking to you. Are you sure you aren't interested in seeing what I might accomplish in the future? He's betting on himself. You sure have a way with words, but I don't see how this is the deal. Well, you can call it a courtship. Really? Don't ya? What are we doing? All right, what are we doing? Usually, I'm on board with trying to scam and trying to hook up with everything that's walking. Usually that's me. Usually I try to find a way in every series that I watch or read. I try to find a way. He beat me to it. He beat me to it. All right. Well, you can call it a courtship. What? Man's got a grin on. Because I'm serious right now. I can create a story for you that's unlike any of the ones you know. A story to keep you on your toes at all times. I was wrong to think that I could strike a deal with a constellation. But Constellation in their right mind would agree to something like that with a lowly incarnation. So the only choice I have is to bluff my way out of it. Bluffing. I don't know. A bluff that has a bit of sincerity at least. You men are all the same. Oh, and this courtship is to win over the father of the rich knight, not you. Damn. Okay. All right. Look at how high that dress is. Goodness. How amusing. I will give you labor to do. That's a hell of a scene right there. Or view, I should say. Or panel. You promised me an entertaining story. If you do just that, I will find you the soul you're here for. Thought you said there weren't any souls. Ding. A new hidden scenario has been activated. Labor. Come to think of it, Hercules carried out the 12 labors. Your labor will be to bring me the severed head of a serpent. Any kind of specific serpent? A serpent? Do you mean the serpent with many heads? She wants him to fight a Hydra or the Hydra? The tier 2 monster Hydra? Never mind. I'm not a Viewpoint yet. I'm not talking about Hydra. People will say that you're imitating what Hercules did if you do that. The serpent you must kill is elsewhere. See, I'm so unfamiliar with Greek mythology that I have no idea what it could even be. But I cannot go too far since I'm in the middle of a scenario. Don't worry. You will find the serpent at your destination. All right, a snap of the finger. What are we looking at? So this is how she kept tabs on us. Dokcha exclusive attribute. Royal Consort of the Underworld. I like it. Is that the stage of the 6th scenario? Wait. What's that? That's Yu Sung. And what's his name? What's his name? I can never remember his name. The dude that has the landlord. The landlord ability. Pildu. There we go. Hey, old man, chop down some trees and make a shelter for us. You're good at that kind of thing, aren't you? I'm in real estate, not property development, you punk. Pildu and Su Young? What's going on? But the 6th scenario couldn't have started yet. So, what do you say? It may be difficult, but anything less would not deserve to be called a labor. I see. The serpent that Persephone wants is damn you, Dokcha. Stop saying stuff in your brain. I'll do it. Clear the table. These taste so bland. Okay. Persephone, why did you do that? Oh my. Oh my, if it isn't my introvert darling husband. I asked you a question. But this is what you wanted, Hades. I never asked for this. You rarely show any interest in incarnations. But him? I thought you took a liking to him. Was I mistaken? What made you think that? Because you didn't kill him the moment he set foot in the underworld. Ah, she got nothing from him. You've always envied Zeus who had Hercules. So I took the initiative to get you what you wanted. Really? Really? I must say I was rather surprised. There were constellations out there with powers that surpassed mine. And to think that they're all chasing after a mere incarnation. All right, okay. We're the omen of the latter days is imminent. Okay. This is a point that I wanted to make earlier in this chapter, but I didn't say anything. I definitely was gonna. We're almost at the end of this chapter. I'll say it. Will the latter days really come? Probably. But you will remain by my side even when it does, right? Damn, nothing. Or wait. What is that? Is that it? What? It's a hand. I skipped past this panel. I'm a Muppet. Okay. I can't wait to see what story that child will show me. It's his arm. Yeah. Okay. The point that I was going to make, right? And I didn't say anything whenever she was like pulling power about like the constellations and stuff, and all the constellations like started defending him. I was going to say, like, what I was going to say is the Greek gods aren't the strongest constellations. So it's she's out here like pulling power. Surely they're not the end all of that be's all. And I really wanted to bring this up when she was talking about like souls not existing and all that stuff. I wanted to ask, from what perspective is she speaking on? Is she speaking on just her perspective of being one of the Greek gods, or is she speaking from the perspective of a constellation? I think that was my first question. I was like, you know what? It'll probably get answered. I won't say it. But I was like, is she just speaking just like generally, or is it like with, and I feel like that might be, I might be separating the two of them be like from my own mind. Like I'm kind of like thinking of like Greek mythology as we've come to know it, and separating it from what Greek mythology is in this series, and not actually thinking of the fact that in this universe, all of this stuff exists. All this constellation stuff like exists on top of the afterlife and all that stuff. So it's like I have to like put that in context with all of this stuff, not from my own brain living life. So that's kind of like a mental gymnastics that I gotta try to hop through, but I'm working on it. Kind of answered my own question as I kept talking. I guess they're pretty competitive. Greek stories are culturally very widespread. That is true. All right, that was one. These were 2 long chapters. Maybe I was just reading slow. I feel like I wasn't, because I really didn't stop that much, or maybe I did. The constellations are as powerful. Excuse me. The constellations are as powerful relative to their fame. Okay. Influence, etc. So, in my opinion, the Greek gods are powerful, but in this day and age, Christian constellation probably would have the edge. Probably. It would be between Christianity and Islam, if I'm not mistaken, right? Those are the two biggest religions on Earth. So it would be a mixture of that, and then I don't know what I can in Catholicism, and then I was gonna say Buddhism as well. Those would be like huge. Those would be like the 4 big ones. All right, 117. We got two more. 17, 18. We have 3 chapters left. All right. Follow that path. It's probably best to keep you looking for what's ahead. Demonic Judge of Fire is an archangel. That is true. So they're probably pretty powerful, and that is true. Which is more popular, Orthodox or Catholic, by the way? Technically Islam, Catholicism, and Jewish have the same gods and angels. Yeah, known by different names. So yeah, so if we technically go by that, then those figures would be even more powerful because each one is spread out to a different community in a different part of the world. So those figures would even be more powerful because not only do you have like an entire nation that believes this, but just known by a different name, an entire other nation would be connected to that, and another entire nation that would fluctuate things crazy. Excuse me. Which is more popular? I don't know, Cyber. It's a good question. Like if Hindu God pulled up on Hades, he's more than likely have an issue. That's kind of like you saying that kind of makes me think of whenever thinking of the Nasu verse when I was like first introduced, and they're like Saber's one of like the most powerful, and then Gilgamesh is up there, and then it's just like, and then there's Karna, and Karna is this guy, and I'm like, who's that? And then I get like the lowdown on who Karna is, and he might be the most powerful. He just happens to be a Lancer, so he has crap luck, and it's just like And again, Karna is pretty sure he's Hindu, correct? Yeah, so using the Natsu verse to make this stuff make sense. All right, here we go. Follow that path. It's probably best you keep looking for what is ahead. What does that mean? In the legend of Orpheus, he was told to not look behind him on his way back to the living realm. It's dark. I guess I just need to keep walking forward. I wonder what happens if I look behind me. Don't look. Sparkle. You are afraid of what may be behind you. Persephone? That poor child felt the same, but never forget that you must know what lies behind in order to know what lies ahead. The judge told me something similar, but I have no idea what it means. It looks like you need a little motivation. Fine. I can't bring her to you since you are still near the entrance to the labyrinth that connects the different worlds. Flash. Gotcha, madman. Mister? Is this? You sung of the 41st round? Wow. If we didn't have 3 more chapters to go, this would be the thumbnail. Oh. Chapter 23, Abandoned World. I need to write that down. I actually have to write that down so I can make the change. Chapter 23. Abandoned World. All right, part 1. I just hit escape. Oh, all right. Don't need that. Time flows differently here. Where different worlds connect, many years might have already passed for you some. Mister, can I call you that too? You're older than me now. Are you sure? She must be affected by the memories of the young you sung. Okay. Whispering? What just happened? This is really really pretty. I'm sorry I can't save you right now. It'd be funny if Prisoner of the Golden Headband had a boost in power due to the popularity of Dragon Ball. That would be crazy. Yeah, because Goku is technically the monkey. Alright, I'm sorry I can't save you right now. Don't worry, my story it hasn't ended yet. You can't end it here. Not when you've suffered for all those years. I won't let it. I've only gotten to know you through the memories I've had in this world. But why? Why are you being so nice to me? You don't know anything about me. It feels strange. I definitely don't know you. But you make me feel understood when I'm with you. Almost as if I'm in the presence of a god. Wow. That's something crazy to say. Save me. I will. Oh, these two panels are great. These two panels are incredible. There has to be a back. There has to be a back for me to be able to. Yeah, there has to be a back for me to be able to face the front. I think I get what Persephone meant. This is what's behind me. And also what I should be heading towards. Could this be how Jung-Yak felt? He must continually travel back to the past. But that's the only way he can move forward. That's a hell of a way to put that together. I've managed to bring her here temporarily with my powers. But you must hurry. There isn't much time if you wish to save her. Remember. Is that the exit? The people are the sum of their stories. And there's no telling, that's incredible, how much story she'll have left in her when you find her again. That's a hell of a way to put that. That's a hell of a way to put that. I really like this. 117. I really like this chapter. I really like this chapter, man. The panel work in this was incredible. Just the subject matter, this conversation between the two of them. Boy, oh boy. I really like this chapter. This was a really good chapter. Really good chapter. Wow. Wow. What's up, Luca? I'm a bit late. We're moving on the 118 right now. Moving on the 118. All right. Hidden scenario, serpent hunting. Hidden difficulty. Is that S or S minus? Clear condition, hunt down the target in the area where the 6 main scenarios held. Time limit until the end of the main scenario. Reward 80,000 coins. The trust of the Queen of the Darkest Spring. Penalty for failure. You will be banned from entering the underworld. Okay. It's like she is breaking her own story due to death. Like Persephone said, souls are. Yeah. 118. Oh man. Mister. And he's back. Oh man. I'm back. The hidden scenario, Queen of the Underworld, has been completed. Where's Sangha at? You have received 15,000 coins as a reward for completing the hidden scenario. Do you think the next time we see Sangha, Dokja is gonna like blush or something? The new Dokubi seems to have done his job right. Constellation, god of alcohol and ecstasy, Constellation, god of alcohol and ecstasy, congratulates you on your safe return. Constellation, god of alcohol and, why is this a tongue twister for me? Constellation, god of alcohol and ecstasy, offers to make up with you. You have been gifted 7,942 coins. Why such? What does this number mean? Why such a weird amount? Gosh, he's quite annoying. 7942. 7942. Hold on. It's Korean text. I'm trying to go through the number pad in my brain in English. It might not be the same. Damn it. Explanation is right there. I don't want to do it myself. It's right here. Oh man. I wanted to try to do it. I'm sitting here in my brain I got the keypad in my head. I'm trying to go through it, and then I'm finally like, wait. I'm going through it in English. It's probably not even the same. Waste of time. It's on brand. Gosh, he's quite annoying. 7942 star. I missed the star anyways. He's still using beepers. Reference the star is the author note. Shh. Reference to how the number 7942 sounds like friends when read out in Korean. If only Dionysus hadn't put me inside Tartarus, I wouldn't have been through all that. I almost ended up building robots with Namun for the rest of eternity. You have one new hidden scenario. Serpent hitting one. Yep. The labor given to me by Persephone. As expected, it's in the form of a sub-scenario. Serpent hunting. That's a great panel. I have a hunch as to what the serpent is in the next scenario. What the serpent in the next scenario. You'll be notified via the status screen when your target approaches. Are you okay, mister? Sangha told me to keep an eye on you. Where's Sangha? Oh, she knocked out. Okay. Oh boy. She was awake but fell asleep only just now. Oh. She also told me to tell the others if you didn't wake up soon. Come to think of it, I asked her to look after things before I passed out. It must have been hard on her since she was hungover. It must have been hard on her too since she was hungover. I'm falling apart right now. Gosh, I'm so lousy. Why am I thinking of Persephone's rendition of Sangha? You're up. Okay. Yes. What's up? I'm watching you. Yuan, okay. You two must have been training. Don't they get hangovers? They're so healthy. What were those two up to? They all come. Never mind. Piss me off. All right. Yes, we should be prepared for what's to come. We need to get going soon anyway. Go where? Everyone else already went off. Something happened overnight? The notification for the 6th main scenario came in. Already? Okay. Riddle me this. Why is part of me saying like, why is he surprised about the notification for the 6th scenario coming in? When, let me reread his thingamabob. When he was in the underworld and saw Pildu and Su Young. And like he has to go to the area where the sixth scenario is. Like, did he just think it wasn't gonna happen right away? Like we still had some time? Is that what we were thinking? Part of me felt like, yeah, as soon as we come back, the sixth scenario is gonna start. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me continue. All survivors, please gather at Yongsan Station. Abandoned World Part 2. Murmur, murmur. There are still so many people left in Seoul. That's the image reminded me of. Yeah, Luca. I was gonna make a Naruto joke, but I shut up. Oh, is that the place? A forest. Oh. Huh? Is that a Japanese person? That man is probably the famous Japanese incarnation Izu. Since the Tokyo Dome has progressed further than we have, they would have already started the sixth scenario before us. Damn, Dokubi. They edited it to look like they edited it to look like some ad for a vacation spot. Korea is starting off under unfavorable conditions. A new main scenario has arrived. Main scenario 6. Nothing. Category main. Difficulty nothing. Clear condition nothing. Time limit nothing. Reward nothing. Penalty for failure blank. Huh? Where is the difficulty in clear condition? What are we supposed to do? It's all just question marks. The serpent is probably a Japanese contestant, huh? Why did I just call him a contestant? The serpent that she's asking him for is probably a person. It's probably a person. It's probably not an animal, an actual snake. It's probably an individual that has a nickname or a moniker of the serpent or something like that. That's probably what it is. And if I had to think, the reason why Persephone would set Doksha off if this serpent is a person is because that individual, what was the thing called? The damn it, I'd have to go back. The thing that like the prophecy, like whatever I forgot what it was called that fast. But that whatever that prophecy of the end or whatever they were talking about, there's a chance that that individual might be a big player in that prophecy thing. So if we can get this guy to kill that serpent, it might change some of this stuff up. Gigantomachia. No, I'm talking about the what Persephone talked about whenever it got filtered to Doksha, and it was like, and what she was talking to Hades about like the prophecy of the end or whatever it was called. Like this individual might, if it's a person that we're going to be hunting, the serpent, it might be, that person might be related to that, since it's information that we might not know. Maybe you can get person specific, maybe. King of No Killing. Oh, right. He'd lose King of No Killing if the serpent is actually a person. But if he got someone else to kill the serpent, would his mission for Persephone not count? Because he's cleared so many different scenarios before, and he hasn't, and there's been situations where he hasn't killed the person, but he ended up passing. It's only his scenario, so it wouldn't count. I guess so. Is King of No Killing a good... If the serpent is a person, Would King of No Killing be worth it to lose to bring Yu Sung back? That's a question. All right, let me continue. Where's the difficulty in clear condition? What are we supposed to do? It's all just question marks. Apparently, only a select few can take part in the upcoming scenario. You are Mr. Dokcha. This is the person with the mask? No, never mind. Mr. Dokcha Kim, this is the first time we formally met. Ildojion, the neutral king. I am Ildojion. John. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe time to ditch King of No Killing? Maybe, I don't know. Dokcha Kim. Your exploits have never ceased to impress me, both now and during the battle for the throne. You have no idea how much my supporting constellation talks about you. They keep nagging me on why I can't do as well as you do. Wait, who is his supporting constellation again? Personal skill, character profile activated, character summary settings have been changed. Ildojion, supporting constellation, expert fence sitter. Okay. Right. Who else but him? The name expert fence sitter makes it sound as if he's some willy-nilly nobody. But it's actually the nickname for King Gwanghae of Joseon, who was famous for his neutral diplomacy tactics. Expressing his fondness towards me. The constellation who calls for neutral diplomacy reveals his nickname. Okay, I like this panel, by the way. Onoki. All right. I want to know more about what you just said. What do you mean only a select few will be participating? Oh, so you didn't know. According to the information disclosed by the low-grade Dokubi this morning, they'll be accepting volunteers to take part in this scenario. Volunteers? That's right. Not everyone needs to participate this time around. And there aren't any penalties for not participating. Interesting. It's unbelievable when you think about all of the scenarios we've had until now. Nothing's changed from what I know, thankfully. And that's where the volunteers will be headed, I presume? So they say. What? We don't all have to go? Incarnations react in one of the following 3 ways during a scenario like this. Relief. I can't think of the other 2. The first group of people are those who tactfully back out of this situation. Gosh, I'm relieved. I was kind of freaked out by the size of that thing. It was huge. Oh, so it is an animal? Maybe, I don't know. These are the type who don't belong to a group and are relieved to learn that they have a free pass through the scenario. They will eventually meet a horrible end as the price for not participating in the scenario. Oh. The second group are the type of people who have gotten somewhat used to the scenarios. These people will watch the live video feed and prepare themselves for what's to come. They will be able to survive for now. And the third and last group of people are Mr. Jian, where are you? Gosh, look at the time. You should get going. I'm fine. No, I can't go alone. That would be pointless. What? What do you mean? Mr. Dokcha Kim, I am actually here to take you with me. Eh? The world without a king. The kings who remain in that world you created. The third group of people. All right. The kings who remain in that world you created are waiting for you to visit them. Are those who exploit others for their survival. He's a jerk. He's a jerk off. All right. He's a jerk off. Great. Great. This is a great panel of him, though. That is a great panel of him, by the way. Hold on. So we are on 119 now. Damn, that felt really fast. Really fast. We've been here for an hour, almost an hour and a half. I'm saying really fast. Real quick, I have to run upstairs. This is literally going to be it's going to be less than a minute. You know what? Time me. It's going to be less than a minute. Minute and 15 seconds, because I feel like what I have to do, I might not be able to get it in one fell swoop. I'll say it's less than a minute. When it hits 7 o'clock for me, I'm going to take off. And I'll be back, and it'll be 7:01. I'm waiting as soon as it turns 7 p.m. on my phone. Come on. Trying to take advantage of all the time I got. Hold on. Okay, switch to the next chapter. I did like it, did I? I did. 119. Abandoned World Part 3. You want to pluck one hair from his... All right. Less than a minute. I failed because I knocked something over. Or did I not fail? It's 7:01. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. 2 flights of stairs. 131 task failed. Damn it. I got up there. There's a new bed in the room. So it was in the way. I thought I was just going to run in and run out. I ran in, almost fell. Tried to hop over, almost broke my neck. Then knocked stuff over, had to fix it. Without all of that, I would have made it. All right. 119, this is the last chapter. All right. Yongsan Station, that's where we are. Abandoned World Part 3. A bunch of people about to die, huh? For me, you made it. Thank you. I'm sorry, but only kings are allowed beyond this point. I'm the king of no killing. Get out of my face. The king of no killing. I'm bringing everybody with. That's what, I'm bringing everyone with me. He has to go in by himself. There better not be a bodyguard in here. That's how I feel, right? If only kings are beyond this point, there better not be a bodyguard in here. Because if there is, I'm telling the next person I got with me to come in. All right, just scream if anything happens, okay? The area is under the influence of a sound wave blocking skill. Wow, they even blocked out all sound. So it will be better for our group to go. Korea is already a step late. Do you think you'll be able to handle them when they have the advantage? But things will be different if we were to go. Ah, okay. If I were there, the last king is here. I want a conversation between these two. Please, please, please. This is such a dope panel. Such a dope panel. Okay, all right. The king of beauty, Shiwan Men, the Maitreya king, Sangyong Cha, I struggle pronouncing these names. The neutral king, Ildojian, the king of the wanderers, and the last king is, and who are you, fat man? Dokcha Kim. That's strange. I don't know this guy. Oh, you must be. I am the president of Yoido. There we go. Hyun Ho Yu. Whew. The president of Uido? I quit. I probably said it wrong the first time. But the president is dead. Already. What's he on about? Mr. Yu isn't a king, but he is here for now since he leads a faction of his own. That king nonsense again. Do you still think we're in the Joseon era or something? Same. We are living in a liberal democratic society. Please come to your senses. How has a man like this survived this long? Character summary. Hyun Ho Yu, constellation master manipulator of national intelligence. Personal attribute, corrupt politician, rare. Collect bribes, level 5. Military command, level 5. That's how he survived this long. Corrupt power, level 6. Control the masses, level 7. That's how he survived this long. Oh, now I remember. The politician who cleared the first scenario at the National Assembly and survived. Constellation Bold Army General dislikes Hyun Ho Yu. What usually happens is that the area, what the world? What usually happens is that the entire I'm gonna try this again. Yoido, that's what I'm going with. The entire Yoido area gets wiped out once monsters appear. But I guess he was lucky this time. Who is the master manipulator of national intelligence again? Everyone hates him so much. Constellation naval warfare god is upset with the corrupt Joseon politician. And Miss Sugyeon Lee? Am I pronounced Sugyeong Lee? Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce it? Sugyeong? All right. And Miss Sugyeong Lee here has also joined us due to similar reasons. I don't know if you've heard, but she's known as the King of the Wanderers. Su Gyeong. Okay. Thank you. The look between these two again. This is either his mom or an older sister, right? It has to be something. It has to be that woman from his flashback, right? Don't tell me if you know. I'm sorry. Shouldn't ask. All right, enough with the introductions. I would like to know why you wanted me here. We are thinking about voting on which among us will participate in the 6th scenario. Everyone here has amassed a sizable following with the Soul Dome. You should consider it an honor that we invited you here despite your faction size, because of how much you've contributed in completing the past scenarios. Oh, is that so? I haven't even seen him around during the scenarios. And let me tell you again, it's about time we stop with this barbarism. We may have temporarily resorted to acting like uncultured cavemen and fought amongst ourselves, but we are, by principle, law-abiding citizens who adhere to the rules of society. So isn't it right that we choose who will participate in the next scenario through democratic means? No. How about we choose who participates in the scenario so that we can clear said scenario so that we all don't die? How about that? All right. Most of what he said was nonsense, but he makes himself sound rather credible with his choice of words. He uses big words. And what exactly are you referring to when you say democratic means? As I've proposed earlier, the number of people sent in by each group should be proportional to how big their group is. Then the group in Yoido has the most amount of people, don't they? I don't see how that's fair at all. Mr. Jian, you disappoint me. Aren't we all Koreans here? He's speaking political jargon. I can't stand it. It's pissing me off. The number of people we get to send in isn't what's important here. We'll be up against foreign forces during the scenario, so it won't matter which group we are from. That's a lie. Are we going to bicker among ourselves when the enemy is right in front of us? If you really want me to believe that, in this 6th scenario, with us possibly fighting against the Japanese, we're going to go together and unite as Koreans, and you're not going to send your group in with ulterior motives, so if something does happen, you could just screw us? No. Not a fool. Okay. We'll be up against foreign forces during the scenario, so it won't matter which group we are from. Are we going to bicker among ourselves when the enemy is right in front of us? Just as you said, if it's not that important, I don't see why you wouldn't want to send more people in. Exactly. If you want to win, why not send more people in instead of trying to be equal? So what I meant was that we should just do things democratically. Is that all we're here to talk about? I don't know what the big fuss is. Why not just send in whoever's willing to go? Right. We were going to do that, but things have changed. What do you mean? There's a limit on how many people can participate. A limit? The other kings have all received the news from their Dokubi. I guess you haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, because Bi-hyung is still out getting directions and correction from the leaders, and our new young Dokubi, I can't remember his name, is dropping the ball. Goodness gracious. The number of participants allocated for the Soul Dome is 10. Additional participants will be allowed depending on each of the incarnations' progress in the scenario. I see. So that's what they were fighting about. There's 6 of them, correct? Yeah, so if there's 6 of them, there's no way to evenly split this. So if there's 6 of them, honestly, if there's 6 of them, There should be an individual from each king's group to go in. So that takes 6 of the 10 slots. That leaves 4 left. And at this point, what is the benefit of having multiple people to take part in the 6th scenario? The 10 that clear the scenario get more rewards, therefore more gets allocated to your group. Is that what we're saying? So, all right, let me continue. Unlike the other incarnations who were afraid of the scenario, the kings understood the importance of getting a head start. They believe that the more of their own they can get to participate early on, the better chance they have to control the scenario. Okay. In other words, this is a meeting of kings held to fight over the ruling throne. Okay. We will go. I've heard that there were many Japanese people in the scenario. It's only right for me as the descendant of the kingdom of Scylla to lead the way. Nonsense. It should be, Bach. How do I pronounce Bach? It's Bach, right? Baksha? Goodness. That leads the way. We've had many cultural exchanges with Japan. That may be true, but you're supporting Constellation from the later. Ladder? Yeah, ladder. Later. No, there's not 2 T's. I don't know how to. Constellation, Abyssal Flower. All the constellations are here today. Hey, everybody. I don't know how to pronounce that. See, I'm uncultured. I suck at trying to pronounce things. What are you all saying? Let me continue. It should be me who leads the way. Your supporting constellations are like fossils. How are we? Hold on, everyone. Calm down. Fossils? How dare you? Come now. Honestly, what's up with her? Let me shut up. What's up with her? I'm skipping. I don't feel like hearing this. Whatever. What's up with her? Why is she looking at me like that? Is she testing me to see if I can resolve the situation? There's no use arguing among ourselves. Don't you know that the last king hasn't arrived yet? Kaboom. No! All right. Am I being a Muppet? Who's the last king? Who are the kings? Because we're going off of the kings from the flag game, correct? All the way back then and doing all that stuff. It has to be Jung-Yak, right? It would have to be Jung-Yak. Wouldn't he technically be a king? Because he had a black flag. It was a black flag, right? Brown flag, black flag. Brown flag. It would have to be Jung-Yak because I remember that he did it all by himself. He did it all by himself. So yeah, what's about to happen is, honestly, I don't know all the individuals that each one of these people have on their camps, but it should we should send in Doksha, we should send in Hyuan, we should send in Jung-Yak, we should send in someone else that's with Jung-Yak, and then the other 6 positions, they should just figure out who the hell they're sending. They each should send in one person. Doksha and what's his face, and Jung-Yak should be able to. No, it's uneven now. It's not 6 anymore. It's 7. So that means if we go with that, one of these people got to sit out. Political guy, you can go kick rocks. Whatever. All right, I don't know. I don't know. All right. You know, it's even crazy. This is like very protagonist. Like, it's very protagonist, isn't it? This arrival. There's been this meeting that's been happening between all the kings, and the main character, who is also a king that you may not even think about because he isn't touted his title, shows up in dramatic fashion during the part where we're trying to figure it all. It feels very main character-ish. It really does. It feels very main character-ish. Jung-Yak having to invoke that power of being the main character. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. This was fun. Catching up was fun. I don't know what I'm going to use for the thumb. I feel like I should use something from this chapter in the thumbnail. I should do that because it's the most recent one. I don't know what I'm going to pick, but I should use one from this chapter. If I can squeeze two into the thumbnail, I'm going to use the one where he's holding Yu-Sung's soul. That's the one I'm going to use. He ruined the beef jerky and cookie spread. What a douche. Jung-Yak always with the drama and extravagant interests. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Him showing up. Hold on, let me pay attention. Okay. I thought the wobble and the rattle might have been from her getting up and putting her hands on the table, but it wasn't. It was him arriving. That's what it was. And he just gets up and he grabs and he's just like, here he comes. So the first thing I need from him showing up is I need him to glare at Dokcha like, I want to kill you, but I'm not going to kill you. I need that. And then after that, I need him to like aggressively shut down everything that they're talking about. And then him and Dokcha to formulate a plan together. That's what I would like. But I do think there's a possibility now that, what's her name? Sugyung. Him showing up, maybe she might say something. That might throw a monkey wrench into this, where she opens her mouth with everyone, all of them there. I don't know what she would say. I don't know why she would say it, but it'd be cool if she said something. Yeah, I'm excited. Dang it, we had to catch back up. This was fun. But I will say this. I don't want to do another one of these catch-up streams again. I kind of want to get everything up to code. So like in the next week, I'm trying to get back on like the book club thing so that we can get everything back up, because the beginning after the end left off in such a spot that I wanted to keep reading. But because I was like, I'm going to start book club again, I put it off to the side. It's killing me. Black Clover, we were getting into the Royal Knights stuff and like the all that. I want to get back to that. Like, I'm super excited about what was going on with that. And then Bastard, there's like 20 chapters until we're done. And I've been sitting here for, I want to say 3 months now. It's been like 3 months. I feel like I haven't done a book club stream since June or something like that. It's been like three or 4 months. It's been crazy. I need to get back on this. I don't want to do these big catch-up streams. I want to be up to date. I want to go. That's what I want to do. This was fun though. This was fun. It was fun because we had some juicy stuff in these chapters. It wasn't like filler stuff that really wasn't interesting. It was like, oh boy, like we're face to face with Persephone and trying to bluff the Pantheon, trying to bluff them, getting launched into like this conflict with these kings in the sixth scenario, possibly having to fight against the Japanese. Is okay. So you guys have to fill me in because I'm ignorant to this, but I haven't read too many webtoons. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4. I've read Tower of God. I'm reading this. I've read season 1 of Solo Leveling, so that's 3, and I've read Bastard. I'm almost done with Bastard. So I've read 4 webtoons, and Bastard really doesn't count because it's not related to that. But in Tower of God, not really either, because it's not, we're in some fictional land. But in this series and in Solo Leveling, there's always like, they talk about the Japanese, and the Japanese always ends up getting turned into like the antagonist. Is there a reason behind that? That's multiple series that I've seen where the Japanese might be an antagonist. Granted, we were supposed to go into the, well, I don't want to drop spoilers for Solo Leveling really, but you know what I mean when I say where it's just like things just spiral out of control with the Japanese for no reason. Like it feels like there's always, is it competition? Is there disdain? Like what is it? The Japanese have royally screwed up Korea in the past. They call it, okay, viciously. I feel like that's something I should have known, and I did not know that. I did not know that. Okay. But the thing is, I should have known that because they're part of the Axis. So it's like it was different then than it was now. Japan was very imperialistic in Asia. Yeah, like so it's just like, it's like common sense. Like common sense should kick in. That's a common sense moment that I didn't use. But just something that I just never thought about. Because it's like I've consumed quite a bit of Japanese like media as far as like anime and manga. And there's never mention of Korea, it feels like, almost ever. But in the 4 series that I've read, 2 of them don't even like concern themselves with like with geopolitics, so to say, or on a wide scale. Like Tower of God's fantasy. I don't even think they're from the real world. It could be some fictional world that the tower is set in. And then in Bastard, it's just like kids in high school. But yeah, all right. Yeah, it's just like common sense. I should click, like that should click in, like the beginning of the 1900s, the early 1900s. They weren't great at all. They're basically Nazi age. Yeah. Okay. Wonder if we'll see Japanese mythology in the next scenario. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, so it's just like it didn't even dawn on me. It didn't even dawn on me. Because I think I know a little bit more about the history between China and Japan, and didn't even think about the fact of the relationship between Japan and Korea, let alone China and Korea. We know that relationship. Okay. That's me. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, this was fun. These chapters were good. For me, I'm getting more things that I can be like baffled by. I feel like that's really what allures me. That really allures me to this series, is the complete different chain of thought, whatever one you want to use, that I'm not exposed to in any way. So there's just different story ideas that just come out of complete left field for me and completely just catch me off guard. And I'm here for it. I want more. So, man, is that it? Am I going to call it at that? Think I am. So, the plan is to, I started the stream at 5:30 my time. 5:30 p.m. This stream is going to be a little bit earlier. I got out of work. I clocked out of work late. Still worked extra. I'm an idiot. But then I was out running around, so I got home a little late. But this stream is going to be an hour earlier. So the time we started today, an hour earlier. And then after that, I'm gonna set this area back up like for the podcast stuff, and we're gonna sit and we're gonna do podcast stuff. I'm going to stream it to the Discord, so link is in the description for that. I'm not doing it today. It's a little too late. I got things I want to do. But starting next week, that will happen on Friday, so we'll do this and we'll roll straight into that. As far as Saturdays go, I don't know if Blue Lock starts this week or next week, but whenever it starts, I'm trying to iron out that schedule as well. I do want to do movie night tomorrow. I want to check out that Netflix movie, the Drifting Away movie with the kids. I want to check that movie out, so we might movie night that tonight, but not tonight, tomorrow. And then it should be Spy Family and Blue Lock whenever that starts on Saturday. And then Sundays should be not this week, but usually the My Hero chapter. The My Hero chapter is going to be on Monday, I did remember. And then it's going to be Housing Complex C, that's a horror series. And then the Gundam series is going to come out as well. So it'll be Gundam, then Housing Complex. Well, My Hero Gundam Housing Complex. But for this week, My Hero is going to be on Monday. Monday is just going to be regular Tower of God. The Tower of God time slot that I'm trying to keep for Tower of God whenever it comes back. And then Steins Gate. Tuesday is going to be Chainsaw Man and Shinobi no Itoki. And then Thursday is going to be Mob and Yurusei Yatsura. So that's the plan for what we're going to do. I'm trying to keep up on this while life is happening. So that's all I got. I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was fun. We haven't had one of these long Omniscient Reader streams in a little bit. We haven't had an Omniscient Reader stream in a while. We haven't had a long one in quite a while. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. This was fun. Should be back here next Friday. Hopefully we're back here next Friday. God willing, we're back here next Friday. So thank you guys again. Have a good rest of your Friday or Saturday, wherever you are. And if I don't see you throughout the week, hopefully I see you next Friday. So again, thank you, and I'll see you. Peace out.